Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV, Ringo TV Reactions. I'm your host, Ringo. We're back again with another video. This time we're going to talk about Jim Carrey. Let's go, fam. The best content creator on YouTube. Black Male Advice TV. What we're going to talk about today, fam, is comedian slash actor Jim Carrey. Very talented. He had some words to say regarding the Will Smith slap at the Oscars. Yeah, man, it's getting really crazy out here. A lot of comedians are coming out of the woodworks, literally talking about this issue. And we want to find out what's going on. Make sure you smash the like button, fam. Get these likes up on the video right away as soon as you walk into the building. Yeah. That being said, fam, we're going to take a look at this thing because we want to find out a lot. We're going to share some commentary and criticism about what's going on. I'm going to also be responding to a particular comment that I seen in my chat in the comment section. We got to address that as well. So just sit back and enjoy the show as we pretty much take a dive and react to this particular video here and share our commentary and criticism about what's going on in these streets. So without further ado, fam, let's react to this particular video here. Let's go.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
There was some question today about if anyone else had walked from the audience and done that, they would have been escorted out by security or maybe even arrested. The police asked Chris if he wanted to file charges. They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. I don't have anything against Will Smith. He's done great things. But that was not a good moment. It cast a pall over everybody's shining moment. I was sick of...
You see, fam, what Jim Carrey had to say was real talk. You know what I mean? He came out, he shared his thoughts about what's going on. He talked about the actions of Will Smith, and he made it very clear that if it was him, he would have pressed charges and he would have announced that he's suing Will for $200 million. That's right, $200 million. And rightfully so, Chris Rock deserves it. You understand? Let's break this thing down.
By the standing ovation.
He said he was disgusted by the standing ovation. And if you really think about it, all of these things I covered in my previous broadcast where I made it very clear that there is absolutely no way if Chris Rock was a so-called white man or if it was a woman on that stage that Will Smith would have never been able to go up there and do what he did. He would have been tackled by security. He would have been canceled. He would have been thrown in prison, and they would have been suing him. He would have been barred from the academy, never allowed to work in Hollywood ever again. But because it was a black man that he went up there and strike, everybody gave him a pass, even down to the point that you had famous actors consoling Will Smith. You have famous actors consoling Will Smith after he was the one who was the aggressor. That's unacceptable behavior. So Jim Carrey is 100% correct, and this is not a joking matter. Let's go.
I felt like Hollywood is just spineless.
Spineless. That's exactly right. Because once Will Smith did what he did, they were supposed to immediately escort him out the building. Police was supposed to arrest him. But see, when you're a celebrity, you get special preferential treatment. Everybody's talking about, well, Chris Rock didn't want to press charges. That have nothing to do with it. Will Smith committed a crime and the authorities had the authority to arrest him. You understand what I'm talking about? It's the Academy in Hollywood that is spineless. Let's go.
En masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Wow, we're not the cool club anymore. You see, a lot of you brothers and sisters, you don't understand these streets. There was a time when comedians were the cool guys. Everybody wanted to know about the comedian. Everybody, as soon as listen, all the way back to Andrew Dice Clay. Y'all remember all the greats. Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? The greats. Comedians have always been very, very cool individuals. Everybody wanted to rock with these guys. You understand? Whenever a comedian went to a club to perform, he was the man. But now, because of Jada Pinkett Smith and the fact that she put a battery in Will Smith's back, that has now caused a shift in the system, and now you're gonna see an influx of comedians getting assaulted while they're trying to make a living. And this is unacceptable. Will Smith should be arrested. I ain't saying that the brother should be canceled. That's not what I want. He's a great actor, very, very talented. At the same time, he need to be held accountable and punished. Whether the event was staged or not, it is unacceptable for a man to walk on a platform as large as the Oscars and strike another man. You can't be in your 9-to-5 fighting with employees and striking your supervisors. You will lose your job and you will be arrested. So why is it that so-called famous actors get a pass in Hollywood? Why?
There was some question today about if anyone else had walked from the audience and done that, they would have been escorted out by security or maybe even arrested. The police asked Chris if he wanted to file charges. They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
You see, that's a problem. That's a problem. And if you can all recall from my last videos, I made it very clear that if it was anybody else that did that, they would have been escorted from the building, they would have been arrested, tackled, and banned. You see? There is no way. Listen, Will Smith was not called up there to get a reward. So by him getting out of his seat, security should have been like, hold up, you can't go up to the stage. But they allowed it to take place. This is why I am letting you know that it was an inside job and staged. Because there is no way that they would just let him walk up to the stage when a so-called comedian is hosting the show. That was unacceptable. It is literally backfiring on Hollywood because the situation was staged for ratings, and now it got out of control to the point now we're hearing word that they want to hold Will Smith accountable for his actions and perhaps barring him from the event for a certain amount of time. There is even talks I'm hearing about they wanting to take back the so-called award that he actually got, which to me is foolish because if he was nominated, he deserved to get his reward for his contributions. We don't want to take away that. See, here's the thing, fam. We're not trying to cancel Will Smith. The issue here is that a battery was planted in his back and he made a bad decision. He was listening to a woman that wasn't even worthy of what he'd done. And we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Let's go.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever.
That's right. The video is gonna be there forever. So suing him for $200 million is actually the right course of action. You see? This is why I'm telling you, fam, that if it was a white man, Will Smith would have never did that. You see, here's the thing about us as black people, and I'm gonna say this very straight and very clear. We are too forgiving of our people. We are too forgiving of our people when they do us dirty. We're not talking about somebody just cracking a joke. We're not talking about somebody speaking truth, holding you accountable. We're talking about somebody literally attacking you on stage, striking your person, and literally humiliating you in front of the whole world. That's a problem. That's a serious problem. And it's unacceptable. If Will Smith did that to Jim Carrey, you already done know the outcome. He would be getting sued, and Jim Carrey would press charges. It doesn't matter if he's a famous actor. It doesn't matter if he's loved. He must be held accountable. You understand? He must be held accountable. And Jada Pinkett Smith is to blame for why Will Smith went up there. Let's go.
To be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time.
Wow.
I don't have anything against Will Smith.
See, he said he don't got anything against Will Smith. He don't got anything against him. You know what I mean? We all respect Will Smith as an actor, but this type of action, this type of cry that he have inside where he's crying on stage and literally all emotional and trying to make people cater to him and his emotional needs, all of that is from a male who is going through a crisis. He's having a man crisis. You understand? This is bad.
Done great things. But that was not a good moment. It cast a pall over everybody's shining moment.
You see that? Everybody's shining moment at the Oscars was literally a dark cloud. So while you're trying to get your award, trying to say your speech, you are forever tainted by the events of that night, which no one will ever forget. So even while you're trying to give your speech and talk about who you're thanking, nobody don't really care because the moment went to Will based on what he did. And to add insult to injury, Hollywood granted him his reward after he assaulted another man. It's unacceptable. The Academy is spineless. The police was supposed to arrest him. You understand? This is a major problem. We're going to talk about this in another stream later on in the day. This is very, very unacceptable behavior, fam. But at the same time, I'm very thankful that Jim Carrey actually went out here and spoke on this matter because I talked about this already. I talked about this in my previous streams. You know, suing Will Smith is the best course of action when it comes to dealing with these type of guys that are so inflated with pride that they think they could just go out here and do whatever they want to do. You understand? Now, I want to address a particular comment that I actually seen on my page. I seen somebody post a particular comment in one of my videos. I think it's the previous one that I just did or another one. And I want to address this thing head on because this is very important, fam. Let's take a look at this particular comment. I'm going to throw it up on the screen. Someone came into one of my community posts in the comment section, not the community post, but in one of the videos. I forgot exactly what video it was, but it was a recent video regarding the situation with Will Smith, right? And this guy said the following. He said, Will was defending his wife no matter what. Black women always are quick to say men don't protect them. So why are people mad that he handled his business? First of all, bro, Will Smith was not defending his wife because there was no threat against her. Nobody came up to his wife doing bodily harm. Nobody came up to his wife trying to strike her in her face. Nobody came to his wife trying to take her down and beat her up. Nobody made no sort of threat to his wife. So for you to come up in my comments talking about, well, Will was defending his wife no matter what. No, Will was a fool. Because Will is an actor at a prestigious event to get an award due to him being nominated. That is not the time for him to be acting a fool. And see, this is the problem with you Negroes that come from these gutter streets. You think that it's your responsibility to be an attack dog for a woman. And this is why you brothers don't have no jobs and always end up in prison, because you always allow a female to put a battery in your back. And then you go out there to harm another man, and then you find yourself behind bars doing 20 years. Talking about Will was defending his wife no matter what. So what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that if you were to go to a so-called comedy event, you pay your ticket to go to a comedy event, and for whatever reason, the comedy actor or the so-called comedian start to gig on you and your lady, and he start to talk about your lady, and now you want to get in your feelings and jump up on stage and fight? Why in the world are you at the comedy club in the first place, knowing good and well that comedians always gig on the audience? They always choose one person out of the crowd to make an example out of them. Are you telling me that if a comedian at a club start to make jokes about your woman and your woman don't like the jokes, you gonna wanna put hands on him? Let me tell you something, bro. You can act all tough. You can act like, you know what, I'm gonna go up on that stage and defend my woman. Let me tell you something. You try that thing to the wrong man, especially in the wrong environment, you will get beat down. You may end up losing your own life over some situation like that. And on top of that, if you don't, you will get beat down and then you will serve time in prison over a woman who don't even respect you. Because if you go up into a nightclub or some sort of comedian outlet, you're supposed to go up in there to have a good time, not to fight a comedian. You understand? Talking about black women always are quick to say men don't protect them. Why would we protect them when they out of line? The only woman I'm protecting is my wife and my wives and my kids. Those are the only ones that I'm respecting enough to protect. And there is no reason for me to want to fight and strike a man just because he's cracking a joke. Just because a man say a few words does not mean that I'm gonna go out there and risk my life. Will Smith's wife is a 304. Why in the world he ain't have that smoke for the young brother that was breaking his wife's back? Why wasn't he out there trying to protect his wife when she was out there feeling lonely and horny? Why he wasn't giving his own wife the work of God to satisfy her? Instead, he allowed another young man to come in and blow his wife back out. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with a lot of young black men today. They don't understand that the issues that we see in society is real. The issues are real, and a lot of you brothers don't have the wherewithal on how to handle your own businesses in your own house. Talking about black women always are quick to say men don't protect them. Men don't protect them? Men don't protect them? Listen, the average modern women don't even have a husband, fam, because they too busy roaming in these streets getting pregnant by Pookie and Ray Ray. Why would a man want to protect a woman that got 8 baby daddies? Why would a man be protecting a woman who is disrespectful? Why would a man put his life at risk of going to prison over a petty issue? A lot of you brothers fall into this category where you're ready to take a flight to go see another man because your woman put a battery in your back. You're nothing but a simp. You're a weak brother. You don't have no backbone. Your woman is the man in the house. You are nothing but a woman wearing a skirt. A lot of you brothers are weak. Ain't no way in this world that I'm gonna try to fight another man over a joke. Will Smith is a coward. He is a bona fide simp. There was no way that he was defending his woman. Let's read the rest of the comments, fam. Somebody else came in there named Pitt says, why you think he have the right to put hands on Chris Rock? Is Chris his child? Is Chris his child? It should all be you. See how you will take it. In other words, he's saying, if it was you, let's see how you would take it. You see? Someone else came in there. SH Nas TV says that was simping to the max. Facts. That was simping to the max. You understand what I'm saying? That was not protection. She did not need protection. That was not good in any way on any level. Facts. That was absolute simping to the max, man. That was not protection. What are you protecting her for? A joke? What wife? Pitt said, what wife is that? Is she sincere to him? Facts. Jada was never sincere to this brother. Listen, fam. Jada was getting her back blown out by a young brother of so-called Will Smith's son's friend, fam. What kind of mess is that a younger brother had to come in to blow your wife's back out and do a better job than you? That's what's burning him up. What's burning him up is that a young brother broke his wife's back. You understand? Let me see if I can pull this thing up real quick, man. I'm gonna let this thing play again with this brother, which I'm gonna call it Jim. I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna go find something I wanna bring up on the screen because this right here is crazy, fam. This is crazy. I don't like the way this thing is going. This is unacceptable behavior with men thinking that they could just go out here and put hands on another man because their woman is in her fee-fees, you know what I mean, when she ain't even worthy of that type of play, fam. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's go.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless.
Right.
En masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
There was some question today about if anyone else had walked from the audience and done that, they would have been escorted out by security or maybe even arrested. The police asked Chris if he wanted to file charges. They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. Mm-hmm. I don't have anything against Will Smith. He's done great things.
That's crazy.
But that was not a good moment. It cast a pall over everybody's shining moment. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And
everything he's saying, fam, is facts. It's 100% facts, fam. Let's take a look at this, fam. Let's take a look at this mess right here, fam. Let's take a look at this, man. This dude was blowing Will Smith's wife's back out. Do you understand me, fam? This younger brother gave her ass a tune-up. You understand? She was loving August. And Will is still hurting about that this young brother laid down the pipe on his wife. How in the world you trying to protect a woman that was getting her back blown out by that brother? Took your so-called woman in your own house, in your own bed, talking about you trying to protect her. Where was that type of smoke for August? Have some nerve out here talking this mess, and then people want to come in posting these crazy comments talking about, oh, you know, he was protecting his wife. You know, it is what it is. He was handling his business. How come he ain't handle his business when August was blowing his wife's back out? Where was him to protect his wife from this brother? This brother right here was blowing her back out. You understand? This brother right here tuned her up, gave her her groove back. You understand? This brother gave her a memorable moment to the point where she called it an entanglement. Not only is Will Smith struggling inside due to the memories of the late Tupac Shakur that once was blowing out her back as well, but now he gotta be concerned with the fact that this younger brother was sliding up and down inside of his wife. August was hitting his wife from the back. Jada was giving August head. And the thoughts of that is in Will Smith's mind. Will Smith is imagining and thinking about the fact that Jada was giving this brother August head. And that was what was triggering the anger that he went up on that stage to fight this man. Because he was thinking about the fact that a younger brother that got less bread was able to slide up inside his wife. Imagine how this man feel inside knowing that August was hitting his wife from the back while the sound effects was in the air and he was pulling on her hair and she didn't even care. And on top of that, they had the red table event and she called it a so-called entanglement, embarrassing him on television, embarrassing him on the radio stations, embarrassing him all over the world, all the tabloids talking about it. Imagine what Will Smith was going through. That is why Will Smith was so triggered and so heated. It had nothing to do with no joke. Facts. You understand what I'm saying? I came back in there and I said, defending her for what? Defending her for what? You males are either crazy or bound to be locked up over petty issues. And that's the truth. A lot of you brothers, you just don't get it. And you're gonna end up being locked up over petty issues, fam. Anyway, that being said, hope everybody enjoyed the video. It is what it is. Black Male Advice TV, the best channel on YouTube. Hands down. You already done know, fam. We in the building. Time for us to sign out. Make sure you get them likes up on the video. Let's go. The best content creator on YouTube. Black Male Advice TV, bringing you the best commentary and criticism in these YouTube streets. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of new videos. Get the likes up as well. If you like our content, be sure to support via Cash App, $Ringo TV Raw. We will catch you in the next video. This has been a Black Male Advice TV production. We out, fam. You already done know what it is. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw.